Okay, so now that you have your copy of your picture and you have your watercolor, I'm just using a photocopy of the watercolor that I had done. Here are the next steps. The next step is to cut out very carefully your head, okay? You can cut this along the bottom here. There should be a straight edge here. Some of yours are going to be higher than others. Doesn't matter, you can just cut that off to begin with. And then it's very important that you cut this off very carefully along this line. So you can just watch real quickly while I do this, and I might just speed this up. Okay, once you have this, then the next step is to match it up with your watercolor to make sure that you're going to be cutting it out. The next step, cutting your head out. Sounds strange, but you're going to be cutting your head out in the right place. So what you want to do is to line up where you want your head to be on the watercolor. Okay, now a couple of things. One is, I'm going to do this two ways. One is if I do this, if I place my head right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lines down here to cut out as well so that it looks like the hair is down onto my forehead, and I'll do a little bit down onto the side of my head as well. Okay, what you want to do is mark. I'm using a pen, but you'll be using a pencil. You're not going to be able to see a pencil if I use just a pencil. And so you're marking where you're going to be starting here, okay? When I do it like this, it's going to look like the hair is way up here, okay? So let me mark this and cut this out. I want to keep these high eyebrows here, so I'll keep those there. And then I can dip down into here, keep the eyebrows there, and I'll get some hair over onto this side of my face, even into my glasses, and I'm done with that, so I can cut that out now. Okay, so now what I do is, when I glue this down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up to be right where I had cut it out to be. So right about there is where I'm going to glue this down. So let me do that. You should take a piece of scratch paper, turn your thing over, and make sure you glue around the edges really, really well. The other thing about gluing this is you got to make sure that you stick it down while the glue is still wet, because this glue tends to dry pretty quickly. If you wait too long, it's going to be dry and it's not going to stick. So I'm going back over the edges here. If you get a little bit on the front, that's okay. It dries clear. Making sure my edges are nice and glued. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the place where I had my markings. So it looks like about there. And then I'll press these down. So when you're pressing the glue out, start from the middle and press the bubbles out to the edges. So start from the middle and press to the edges, and middle to the edges. That way you'll get any air bubbles out that need to be gotten out. If you have a little wrinkle in there, it's not a huge deal because it's not going to be able to be seen that much. Okay, so now I've got that glued down. Once you have that, the next step is to do your outline in black. First thing would be nice to get a black outline right along the edge of where your hair would be. So I'll make a black outline there. And then I can continue to outline the rest of the hairline that I want to outline. Okay, so when you do it like this, it makes it look like the hair is sitting a little bit higher. Second option is to make the hair sit a little bit lower, and I'll show you how to do that. Take another copy of the face here and another copy of the watercolor. And once again, I'm going to cut out the head. Okay, now that I have that done, here's another option. Another option is if you want the hair to look like it is coming down onto your shoulders, basically, then what you're going to do is you're going to mark where you're going to need to cut out from the shoulders as well. Okay? And so on this one, I'll place this right here, make sure I have some hair here, and I can just peek underneath here, and I can just make, as long as I have some color under there, I can make an outline. If I cover up some of the color, that's going to be okay. I just see how much color I have down here. And on this one, I have quite a bit of color that I can use even all the way down to here, so I can even go to here and make some of this color down here. Actually, I probably need to come up here a little bit. And I can even cover up some of my hand, it looks like. It should be, make it look even more realistic. Okay? And so once again, I'm also going to do the top part here, so I'll have the hair come over onto my face here for a little bit, and then this time I think what I'll do is I'll do like a jagged part of the hair like there, bring it out to here so it's covering a bit of my face there, and then that's the part that I will cut out, and then I'll match it up from to there and to there. So time to cut. Do is I'm going to match it up to here as best as I can. So I can go about to there. Alright, so now if I place this here, you can see that what it looks like is, it looks like the hair, I have longer hair and the hair is kind of down onto my shoulders and coming down onto my shoulders like that. So it's just a different look. So I'll go ahead and glue this one on so you can see what that looks like, but you get the idea. Alright, and so then I'm going to place this here right about there. So I'll start in the middle, then press outward. Start in the middle and press outward and down, and then from the middle out down here, from the middle to the edges there, and there we go. So now you can see it looks like my hair is on my shoulders there. There you have it.